Good morning. What is your finest hour? We oftentimes look back on our life and it's hard even to remember what we did on a particular day. But sometimes there are hours, there are moments in our life that we can point back to. And we say, that moment, that time that I had truly trans. In fact, in mysticism, it teaches us that a person can acquire a share in the world to come, accomplish great things, b'sha'achat, with 1 hour. And there's a wonderful example of this and a model for all of us in the book of Genesis, in the Torah portion, describing Jacob, the great patriarch, and his encounter with his brother Esau. There, the Torah describes in the middle of the night, he wrestled with an angel. And as a result of the wrestling with the angel says to him, your name will no longer be called Jacob, your name will be called Israel. And it was in that wrestling, in that encounter with Esau, that he became no longer the head of a family, but he became the head of a nation. And his destiny was intricately bound with the future of the Jewish people. What was it at that night that enabled him to undergo this personal transformation? Esau represents not only his brother for whom he is fearful, but also potentially some of the struggles within. All of us have certain struggles, different tendencies that hold us back from actually realizing the best version of ourselves and who we want to be. And here in the Bible, God tells us that what's critical to this transformation were 3 words. It says right before the battle, Vayivater Yaakov levado, that Yaakov dwelled alone. At that point, his family had crossed the river, and he was all by himself. But in the deepest of ways, Yaakov was able to encounter Esau when he literally was in a state of being alone, a state of personal reflection, a state of existential loneliness, when he began to ask himself, where does he want to be? What is going to guide him in the future? What is going to give him the fortitude to be able to move on and create a destiny for his family and the community around him? One of the keys to spiritual transformation is creating a sense of spiritual reflection and alone time, when literally we turn everything else off. The mystic said this is called hibodedut, which means being by oneself, listening to one's inner voice, and being able to think deeply about what our goals are, what our aspirations are. Look back in my own life and I could say one of my finest hours, it wasn't something that I crafted myself. I went on a rabbinic retreat. It's probably over 6-7 years ago in Philadelphia. And they gathered us all together in a large room and they said, we're going to give you a challenge. We want you to map out on a sheet of paper your past and your future, where you came from, what values are important to you, and where you're going. Now go to your hotel room for the next 3 hours and think deeply about this. And I could say, normally at a conference, well, we're always busy talking to people. Here, they gave me a gift, literally, to begin. And I thought about my ancestors. I thought about Mount Sinai. I graphically put down on a piece of paper different values that were important to me and thought about, what do I want to accomplish in life? Where do I want to be? And those moments of writing those down, of asking ourselves questions, which I encourage people to do, take time. What are the 5 words that I want to be remembered by? What are the values that are most important to me? Where do I want to be 5 years from now? How do I want to influence my family, my community? Answering those questions could be our finest hour, because it's in that time that we're actually able to listen deeply and recalibrate our goals, our dreams, and then ensure, hopefully, that on a day-to-day basis, those dreams are being matched by the reality. Yaakov teaches us that we all need to create these finest hours. We need to take time for ourselves in personal reflection, in meditation, in journaling, and answering questions. Take time for yourself today and the next few days to create your finest hour, because it's that roadmap that really will give us the vision to be able to realize our best selves and change who we are for the better, and hopefully enable us to realize our divine potential and share our beautiful light each and every day with the world and community around us. Have a wonderful day and make today a great day.